Welcome to Cooking with Diane. I'm Diane, and in today's knife skills video, we're going to learn how to cut peppers. The peppers I'll be chopping are red bell peppers, but you can use this method for any type of bell pepper or even poblano peppers. This method would even work on smaller peppers such as jalapenos. As with all my knife skills videos, I have the following setup that helps me be more efficient in the kitchen. A large cutting board, a sharp 8-inch chef's knife, a compost bucket or bowl for my vegetable scraps, a bowl to put my chopped vegetables in, a bench knife for scooping up already chopped vegetables so I don't dull my knife, and a kitchen towel I don't mind getting dirty to wipe down my cutting board between vegetables. There are two things about chopping peppers that I see a lot of people struggle with. Number one is making sure you don't get any of those pesky pepper seeds in your food, but also not having to spend a lot of time cleaning the seeds out of the pepper. Number two is trying to cut through the tough skin of the pepper, especially if you have a duller knife. This method of cutting peppers makes both of those problems go away, but it does still help to have a sharp knife. I'm going to start by taking off the top and the bottom of the pepper. I'm just going to cut them clean off so that I can see holes in the pepper. At this point, stand the pepper up on its flat side, but the top and the bottom, the red parts, you can keep those. They're perfectly edible, and peppers are expensive, so we're going to use the whole thing. Now with the flat side of the pepper down, I'm going to cut one slit down the side of the pepper. Now laying the pepper down with the slit on the top, I'm going to sneak my knife in through the slit of the pepper and go around in a circle around the pepper to cut off all of the membranes that are holding the seeds in place. The whole seed bank should still be together, and you can just compost the whole thing. If there are any lingering seeds on your pepper, just give it a tap to get them out, and take a moment to get them off your board so they don't end up in your food. The seeds aren't going to kill you, but they're not going to do anything to add texture or flavor to your food, so I get rid of them. Now I have one perfectly rectangular piece of pepper, which is going to be really easy to break down into slices or dices. There's two sides to this. There's the inside that had the seeds in it, and there's the outside with the shiny skin. Peppers are a lot easier to cut from the inside because the outside skin is really tough and leathery. So put the outside of the pepper down on the board and cut it from the inside. If this seems too long and kind of unwieldy for you, you can cut it in half and just work with one half at a time. Now you want to decide, do I want pepper slices? Do I want diced pepper? Do I want my slices thin or thick, or my dice small or large? If you want to make pepper slices, that's really easy. Using our rocking motion, we're just going to slice along the pepper. I'm going to make really thin slices for this just to show you what they would look like. Holding my non-knife hand in a bear claw, I hold the pepper flat while I rock down and forward to slice the pepper into thin slices. So these are my pepper slices. These would be perfect for a stir fry or to put in an omelet or a salad. Next, we're going to make pepper dice. If this is your first time ever cutting a pepper, go slow. First, think about how large you want your dice to be. I'm going to make my dice about 1/2 inch. So when I'm dicing a pepper, I still cut it from the inside, and I still start with making pepper slices. I just want to make sure that my slices are 1/2 inch wide. So these are my pepper slices. To dice them, I'm just going to take a few at a time and cut across them the other way. So take anything I don't need out of my way. I line up my pepper slices and just cut across them. So this is my pepper dice. And don't forget about the top and bottom of the pepper. Remember, they're perfectly good to eat. They're just a little weirdly shaped, so they might not make as perfect squares as the rest of the pepper, but they'll still be perfectly good. You can slice them. And you can dice them. So even though they started out in an awkward round shape, they still make pretty good dice. So that's how I like to cut peppers. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a question in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Check out my other knife skills videos if you'd like to practice more, and just keep practicing.